In the late 1700s, Colonel Thomas Bassett of Virginia seemed destined for greatness. A decorated officer, wealthy landowner, and patriarch of a rising dynasty, he embodied the American colonial elite. But behind the grandeur of his estate, a scandalous decision would soon bring his entire legacy crashing down. The story begins with Bassett's wife, Frances. Trapped in a rigid society where women had little power, she found herself caught in the middle of a shocking bargain. Colonel Bassett, for reasons historians still debate, made a secret agreement involving his wife and 7 enslaved men on his plantation. The details remain murky, but the implications were clear. The colonel had shattered not only his marriage vows, but also the moral fabric that held his family's reputation together. At first, whispers of the scandal spread in taverns and church pews, dismissed as malicious rumor. But over time, the truth became undeniable. Frances was seen as both victim and participant. Her reputation ruined either way. The enslaved men, coerced into this arrangement, were reduced to silent figures in a grotesque abuse of power. The fallout was devastating. The Bassett children bore the weight of the whispers, their legitimacy questioned, their futures tainted. Daughters were rejected from respectable marriages, while sons faced closed doors in military and political circles. What should have been a dynasty rivaling Virginia's greatest families instead became a name synonymous with disgrace. By the early 1800s, the Bassett fortune had crumbled. Plantations fell into disrepair. Estates were sold off, and their name all but vanished from prominence. Yet the memory of the scandal endured, not as a tale of triumph, but as a chilling reminder of how quickly power can rot from within. The most haunting part of this story lies in its silences. Frances's true feelings were never recorded. The enslaved men's voices were erased entirely. What remains is a distorted record of one man's destructive choice, a story retold as both gossip and moral warning. The Bassett dynasty stands as proof that even the most powerful families could be undone, not by war or poverty, but by their own darkest secrets. So next time you hear about America's great founding families, remember the Bassetts, the dynasty that destroyed itself,